Here's a quick cosmetic guide for the 2024 drawing event happening right now in Apocalypse Rising 2. Now, I would like to start off the video by saying that this guide will not cover the entirety of the cosmetics, as a good chunk of it has already been covered from last year's guide, which I will link down below. However, I will address some new things about the previous year's cosmetics, as they have been changed slightly in terms of spawn locations and zombies. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. As always, starting with a new checklist. As you can see, I have divided it into two parts. The left side will be what will be covered in this video, consisting of the 21 new cosmetics, and the right side has already been covered in a guide I made last year, so go check that one out if you haven't already. Now, we'll begin with the blue cloaked militia. This guy can spawn very commonly at hydroponics and drop their respective items. He can also be found at the tower situated near coastal bunkers, which is something that has been newly added to the map. There have also been sightings of the blue militia zombie at Oasis, but I have yet to confirm this myself. If you guys have seen this blue militia zombie spawning at Oasis, do let me know in the comments. Now, as for the green militia zombie, he will spawn at both hydroponics and Oasis, potentially dropping his cosmetic items, including the hood, tops and bottoms, much like any of the other militias. However, he also happens to carry on a belt and a green mask that is exclusive to that infected. As for the tan and red bandage clothing, I have personally found them to appear very commonly on the beds of the militia tents and barracks located all across the map, usually found in places with a lot of pump jacks, like the one near Salem, or you could just make your way to the crawler and get all you need there, and of course Oasis is always an option. It is also worth noting that they can spawn from the hooded infected that wear it, but I find it a lot easier to simply loot the tents and barracks, as there's a better chance you find these cosmetics. Same applies to the olive vest and red tan leather coat. Regarding the tan and brown butane Soviet uniforms, as well as the Afghanka M88, they can be dropped by the Soviet infected situated in Tango. It is also a really good place to farm, as zombies frequently respawn there. You can also get a hold of the 10v10 Soviet clothing by killing a variant of the legendary boss infected, which occasionally spawns inside these barracks. I'm not entirely sure if this applies to every single one of them on the map, but I personally found it to be at the Beaufort location. As for the animal print uniform, you can find these dropping from the legendary boss found in the motorcycle crashes event, accompanied by a mechanic which drops the rare tan mechanic uniform. Here are some of the places he's been reported to have been found. The white tan leather duster, along with a few other cosmetics the white hooded militia would wear, drops from the infected, which spawns at the mini hospital located below this tower, where the umbrella and Tangavir zombie spawns. Now, going back to the white hooded militia infected, I did briefly talk about where they spawn in last year's guide, but it turns out that they modified the spawn points a bit. If you guys know of more places, do let me know in the comments. And finally, as for the military cosmetics, you can find them pretty much anywhere, whether that be at random army convoy events, at NAS, at the mini encampment at NAS, the encampment at Hive, within the Hive, etc, etc. Just make sure to check all the searchables in the tents and encampments, and you should be on your way to getting these with ease. And that's pretty much it. If any of you guys find anything missing in this guide, do feel free to comment down below what that is, or if there is something I got wrong, do feel free to correct. And with that, I'll be heading out. Peace.